welcome to Grammar.Galore. This is Habibullah, an ESL instructor at TLA. Viewers, today's topic of discussion is the remaining types of auxiliary verbs. As in the previous video, we discussed the first type of auxiliary verbs, and that was principal auxiliary verbs. And we also discussed the types of principal auxiliary verbs or categories of principal auxiliary verbs, like to be verbs, to have verbs, and to do verbs, and their main usages as main verb and as helping verb. So we discussed these grammatical terminologies under principal auxiliary verbs in the previous video. Today our topic of discussion is modal auxiliary verbs and semi-modal auxiliary verbs. So what are modal auxiliary verbs? Modal auxiliary verbs sitting. Modal auxiliary verbs. Well, the word model means mood or state. Model matlab the dictionary has sara mood, halat, ya state. Auxiliary means helping. It helps the main verb of a sentence. So basically modal auxiliary means helping mood or helping verb. It helps the verb in a sentence. It determines the mood of a verb in a sentence. Modal auxiliary verbs determine the mood of a verb in a sentence. So that's all about the meaning of modal auxiliary verbs. Now, modal auxiliary verbs are used for the following purposes. What are those purposes? We'll study them separately. These are the purposes of modal auxiliary verbs. Now, in English language, के modal auxiliary verbs मुख्तलिफ usages लपारा इस्तेमाली, like मुख्तलिफ purposes लपारा इस्तेमाली. For example, we say that modal auxiliary verbs are used to show the mood of a verb in a sentence. Modal auxiliary verb मुख्तलिफ verb हालत है. Like mood means it determines the mood of a sentence. By mood, I mean that a sentence can turn positive because of modal auxiliary verbs. A sentence can turn negative because of modal auxiliary verbs. A sentence can turn interrogative because of modal auxiliary verbs. For example, I say that she can speak English. So here can is a modal auxiliary verb. It shows the mood of a verb. Like how? If I say that she can speak Chinese. So can is a modal auxiliary verb. It shows that the sentence is positive, so that positivity is the mood. That is one thing. Mood is positivity, and the sentence looks positive because of can. Jumla positive carry the can, the modal auxiliary verb the original. And can also shows ability of the subject to perform an action. So here this ability is also the mood. Modal auxiliary verb shows obligation. Obligation is the mood. It shows certainty or possibility. Possibility is the mood. So whatever modal auxiliary verb shows in a sentence, that is actually the mood of a verb in that sentence. So mood means positivity, negativity, and interrogativity. Another example, because of modal auxiliary verb, a sentence can look negative. For example, I say that I can't drive the car. So here can't is a modal auxiliary verb. It shows that the sentence is negative because of this modal auxiliary verb. The modal auxiliary verb is negative kari. No, this negativity is actually the mood of sentence, the mood of the verb in a sentence. That is one purpose of modal auxiliary verb. The second is to give different meanings to a verb. Modal auxiliary verbs today मुख्तलिफ modal auxiliary verbs चिकना ये verbs are इस्तेमाल ची ना the verb the मुख्तलिफ meanings वर्तई. For example, if I say that you must pay the bill, so by the bill work, so must is a modal auxiliary verb. It shows a strong obligation. The by the bill work, you must pay the bill. There is a strong possibility, a strong obligation. This subject is strongly obliged to pay the bill. there is no deny to it. If the subject refrains or denies to perform the action, the subject may face consequences. So look, must gives one meaning to the same word, and if I just change the modal auxiliary verb, it will also change the meaning of the verb. Like for example, another example could be that you can pay the bill. The bill or provision. Now can is a modal auxiliary verb. It shows it shows possibility here, possibility of the verb that the subject can pay the bill if he or she wants. And if here the subject refrains or denies to perform the action pay, so there is no consequence because can talks about possibility. So with one modal auxiliary verb, this word pay gives one meaning. With another modal auxiliary verb, this pay gives another meaning. So modal auxiliary verb determines or gives different meaning to a verb in a sentence. Modal auxiliary verb जुमला के यो verb का मुख्तलिफ meanings और provision. Next, to show the degrees of obligation, modal auxiliary verbs have degrees of obligation होता. Like the same example, if I say you must pay the bill, to buy the bill one case, and the subject is 95 to 100% obliged to pay the bill. Na instead of self isada koi subject majboor da bill worki. So that is one degree of obligation. And if I use another, like I just said that you may pay the bill. The bill workawaishi. So here may is a modal auxiliary verb and it shows around 25 to 30% degrees of obligation. It means the subject is 30% or 25% obliged to perform the verb. There is no seriousness or there is no there is no compelling. No one can authorize or show or issue order to subject to perform this action. Because the chances of performing the action or the degree of obligation is lower as compared to must, which is higher. So in one case it shows consequence because the degree of obligation is higher, and in the second one it shows lower degree of obligation where the degree of obligation is lower. So modal auxiliary verb degrees of obligation the majburiyat percentage jisumre usko subject yo kar kol la para majbur de. Okay, so modal auxiliary verbs are also used to show levels of possibility. Like by possibility I mean certainty, how much an action is possible to happen. Now modal auxiliary verb the possibility the imkan levels of with some modal auxiliary verbs there are higher certainty of an action to happen, and with some modal auxiliary verbs there are lower certainty. Like for example, if I say that she must be sleeping. So here must be sleeping. Must is a modal auxiliary verb and it shows possibility, a stronger possibility. Around 80 to 85% possibility is there that the subject might be sleeping or must be sleeping. So with one modal auxiliary verb it shows one level of possibility, and with another modal auxiliary verb it shows another level of possibility. Like for example, she might be sleeping. Now here might is also a modal auxiliary verb and it shows lower certainty or lower possibility, around 30 to 35% possibility. So with different modal auxiliary verbs we have different levels of possibility. मुख्तलिफ modal auxiliary verbs मुख्तलिफ the imkanat percentages या level for the way I just mentioned in examples. So we can also use modal auxiliary verb to make requests. Like the request can be a formal request and it can be an informal request. Like for example, would you bring me a glass of water? So here if you see, would is a modal auxiliary verb and it is used to make a formal request. مونږ یو رسمي درخواست کولی شو چاته یو کار لپاره modal auxiliary verb سره. And it can also use to make an informal request, like for example, can I use your cell phone? So can I use your cell phone? Can is a modal auxiliary verb and it is used to show a lower certainty or lower possibility. Sorry, can is used to make an informal request in this example. So different modal auxiliary verbs shows different ways of requests. A formal way of making request and an informal way of making request. Modal auxiliary verbs are also used to prohibit someone to do something. We use modal auxiliary verbs for prohibitions. Modal auxiliary verbs معنوي شو خلق معنى كور لپاره د کار. For example, I will say that you must not drink wine. You must not drink wine. So here must not is a modal auxiliary verb and it is used for prohibiting someone from doing something. Now drinking wine is illegal or it's against the law of any country or state. You can't use excess of alcohol. So we can use must not modal auxiliary verb for prohibition. Your car your kas manikor la parham modal auxiliary verbs tomorrow. Next, to give recommendations or suggestions, modal auxiliary verbs saramu recommendations or kawalishu suggestions. Like for example, I will say that you should watch Prison Break, a movie. It is really interesting. So should is used to give recommendation to somebody. Just to gauge or to attract someone's interest towards something. So, modal auxiliary verb recommendations or suggestions lapara hum istemali. Okay, the last type of modal auxiliary verbs are semi-modal auxiliary verbs. Semi-modal auxiliary verbs are also called as similar expressions to modal auxiliary verbs. Now, the part the semi-modal auxiliary verbs they come similar expressions to modal auxiliary verbs. They function the same as modal auxiliary verbs. All semi-modal auxiliary verbs or similar expressions to modal auxiliary verbs have similar functions to modal auxiliary verbs. They did want to function samely. What is the difference? Modal auxiliary verbs are made of one word. They have one word construction, and semi-modal auxiliary verbs are multi-word construction verbs. Multi-word construction verbs. Like they are made from more than one word. Otherwise, the usages are both same. Like had better, the way we give advice to somebody through should. Like you should study for your exams. So had better also gives the same meaning or same function. For example, you can simply say for advice, you had better study for your exams. So here, had better is a semi-modal auxiliary verb and it is used for what purpose? To give advice to someone. Now, had better means istemalo salapara, nasihat or kaul lapara, ya warnings lapara. Sanga chimuk should istemalo. It gives the same meaning as should. Like you had better study for your exams. It means you should study for your exam. The meaning is same, the function is same. The difference is that had better is a semi-modal auxiliary verb and should is a modal auxiliary verb. It is made of one word and it is made of multi-words. All the other functions are similar. Another example, like the way we say can, he can drive the car. So here can is a modal auxiliary verb. It shows someone's ability to do an action. We can use instead of can be able to, which is a similar expression to modal auxiliary, right? He is able to drive the car. So is able to or be able to is a semi-modal auxiliary verb, and it is also used to show ability the way modal auxiliary verb can shows ability. So functions or usages are similar. The difference is the construction. One word construction and multi-word construction. All the other things or all the other functions are similar to each other. So that's all about the types of auxiliary verbs, the categories of auxiliary verbs. Wish you all the best viewers, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned for further videos.